Hi all, I'm Abhishek Chaudhary. I'm from India and currently I'm studying Executive Global's Masters in Management at LSE. Today's topic is diversity and inclusiveness, how the different cultures and diverse backgrounds help us understand our team better, and also what's in store when it comes to talking to people across the locations, and how a particular communication with one person who is sitting at different part of the globe might have a different message from you. Today I want to talk about organizational behavior and the few concepts which I could able to learn through LSE and through my course here. I'll start with the very first trait, which speaks majorly about the personality of a different human being altogether, based on their culture, based on their background, and based on their ethnicity. This particular concept is called OCEAN. OCEAN stands for O for openness, C for consciousness, E for extroversion, A for agreeableness, and N for neuroticism. Openness goes with that how a particular person with whom you are interacting is how much open to you based on his background, based on his culture, whether he is able to perceive you rightly or not. C in OCEAN stands for being conscientious. It speaks about how much consolidation is within your team, and you need to take that into consideration. Same goes with extroversion, because there might be few people who might not be that open, probably, which you might be thinking about. When it comes to agreeableness, that also speaks about there might be few points which you might need to put on the table, but that particular person might take it or not, and there are different ways of saying yes or not saying yes, and then that's where you need to be measuring those things, that whether you are able to pass your message right, or is there any issue, or you need to revisit those things again, and especially when you are working with the client stakeholders. Then comes to neuroticism. It speaks about the stability majorly. So nowadays, because of the extra pressure on each one of us across industries, it's pretty demanding and very stressful. So you could see negative side of it in terms of behaviors coming in, when people might get angry, people might get very impatient while talking to you. So you might need to take those things also into consideration. There is another concept which speaks about the key dimension of cultures. It all started when around 1950s, when Hofstede gave his study, and he studied IBM employees around 1950s, how a particular person from a particular country behaves in certain circumstances is a foundation for all the next upcoming studies which came in this field. So let me speak about the key dimensions which was put forward by different experts around organization behavior. Let me start with Hofstede. He could able to segregate universalism into two particular categories. So what he meant by universalism is there were two different categories of persons, the deal, and which are very deal focused, and there is other category which speaks about relationship and is very relationship focused. People from US, UK, North America, that geography are very much deal oriented, and they hardly cares about relationship when it comes to their work, and they go by the agreements. People at around Asia and around that geography, people are more focused around relationship, and when it comes to their work, their normal day-to-day work, or working onto some new business, new agreements, they look around for relationship there and try to find their friends or near and dear ones which will make them more comfortable to work with, and they don't go by agreement, because when it comes to agreement or a very strict agreements, they might take it negatively. So these are the few points which you need to keep in mind when you're talking to people from different locations. So when I speak about the low power distance and high power distance, what does that mean is when you go to a person or you interact with a person coming from more egalitarian background, you might not see the difference in the duties, and it's more about working across in one team at same level, and it's pretty much open to interaction or discussion, or even to probably some type of feedback or inputs coming from your subordinates. But when it comes to other side of it, which speaks about high power distance, people might feel offended when they might get some inputs or feedback from their subordinates, because there's a vast difference of duties and responsibilities in Arab countries, in Hong Kong, Philippines, Singapore, Asian side of it. Let me try to explore a few other concepts which I got to learn from OB, and this one is pretty close to my heart because I've myself utilized in my last few months in my team, and I could see the difference very well. And this speaks about MBI, and it helped me building an efficient team myself. MBI stands for mapping, bridging and integrating. So mapping, it goes very well with the different cultures in different teams, and you have people from across locations, so you need to keep measuring the differences among them and try to map those different dimensions when it comes to your team. What the bridging will do, it is more or less just try to assess the terrain in terms of where you are currently, what is the goal forward, what are the team norms which you need to follow while you're working within this team, and how you need to behave with different people across. And there is a set norm for everybody, and irrespective of your locations, irrespective of your cultures, you need to adhere to that. In the end, it comes to integrating all those gaps, all those dimensions in one format, and it speaks majorly about the conflicts, the task conflicts, which usually we have because of different way of perceiving few things around, and probably different expectations or different understanding from different people around. This one is about making team participate a lot, get them on the ground, start working across, and try to understand and contribute from their side, rather than few people sitting aside and working in silos and not working with the team and not collaborating with the team. The concepts which we has just discussed across in our presentation immensely helped me understand the expectations from my client, the expectations from my team, and to deliver on the better results. I strongly feel that people in an organization are the most important asset of organization, because when you have a good team, you can build upon that and you could deliver the better results. And what these type of things are doing is they are making you, giving you 100%, and also from organizational perspective, this will in the end help the organization to grow. Hope you find this presentation interesting and useful. Thanks for watching.